Saturday blessings when you just wake up. Listen. So I wanted to touch on a topic real quick. So anybody that knows me personally knows I have 4 boys. Okay, I have 4 boys and 1 daughter. And I know my boys are gonna see this. And there's this thing with boys where it's like you can't tell mom everything. That's the advice they give each other. Oh, don't tell mom everything because X, Y, and Z. Let me tell you something. You need to tell your mom everything. And I'm not talking about your sex life details or that extra nonsense. I'm not talking about none of that. Because your mom is the one person in this world that will give up their life for you in a heartbeat. She's not going to think about that. Okay? Your friends are not going to do that. Your brothers and sisters are not going to do that for you. Trust me, they're not. Your mom is the only one that will do that. So I am so against when they say that, because at the end of the day, it's like when you tell your mom something, let's say you're starting to date somebody or whatever it is. Let me tell you something. Mom can see through people. Like, we see things that y'all don't see. And your mother's going to give you the best advice. You understand? If someone is no good for you, your mom is going to tell you that. Doesn't mean she doesn't like the other person. Doesn't mean, it just means that that person is not for you. You understand? So that whole concept with you don't tell your mom everything, you got to be careful. You got to be careful, because you know what? When something happens, who's the first person everybody calls? Mom. Mom. And I'm not talking about fathers, because I'm talking from a mother's point of view, because I'm a mom. I'm not a dad. So my thing is, everybody calls mom first. So no, I disagree with the you can't tell your mom everything. It depends what everything is. Okay? Kids, learn to appreciate your mother's opinion. Take your mother's advice. Had I taken my mother's advice, you know how many things I could have avoided? Because my mom was right. My mom was right about, I think, 98% of the stuff she told me. But like a kid, I didn't listen. However, I never told my sibling, or my sibling never told me, don't tell mom everything. That was not our thing. We knew growing up, yeah, that's our best friend. Like, that's our best friend. After God, our mothers is our best friend. Like, are you crazy? That's the one person you go to and tell everything to, because she's not going to judge you. She is going to give you advice with love. You understand? Try doing that with a friend. Go to a friend. Let me tell you something. You got to be careful. You got to be careful who you tell everything to. You got to be careful who you trust. And I feel pity for the fool who thinks they cannot go to their mother with anything and everything. I pity the fool.